guys, Freddie Bauman here, talking to you from my favorite spot in San Diego, California. I'm here, top of the world. Love this spot. Come up here almost every single morning for about an hour hike. Just clear my head and get some exercise. So I apologize about the sweat, but anyways, I wanted to cut this video and take a few moments to just talk about the CEO of Powur, Mr. Jonathan Budd. I actually have been following Jonathan since he was this punk kid. Found him on the internet. We're both promoting the same company. It's called the Reverse Funnel System, and Jonathan was on the leaderboards every single week, and that meant that you were making at least $1,000 a week in this company. So I started doing some research on him, and the guy was just dominating YouTube. He was dominating Google. He was just anywhere you could search about reverse funnel system, the guy was everywhere. So I was a little bit jealous, I guess, at the time. I was in awe of him, but I was jealous. I mean, the kid, he was a young kid. He was younger than me. He was making all this money, and I've always made money on the internet, but I've never been able to break through to that $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month level. So I've literally been following the guy for maybe 6-7 years at this point. Let me wait for this plane to pass. So back to Jonathan Budd. In a few moments, I'm going to cut to a short video of him where he's going to talk about his vision for the company. And I want you to pay attention to the fact of how passionate he is about this company, about entrepreneurship, about helping the planet, about solar, about renewable energy, about cutting down our use and our need for fossil fuels. So what I want you to do is just, again, pay attention to his passion, pay attention to his vision, and think about who you want to partner with when it comes to an MLM, a direct sales company. And you really want to be with a CEO that is passionate about the vision. He's not in this for the money, I guarantee that. If Jonathan Budd wanted to make $1 million in network marketing, all he would have to do was send out a few emails, blast out a ton of marketing like he knows how to do. This is about something more. This is about helping people, helping the planet. So click the link after you watch this next clip of Jonathan Budd. Make sure you click the link below, get on my email list so you can get more information about Powur, or sign up right here on the spot. All right, guys, have a great day. Talk to you soon.
There's a rite of passage, there's a journey, there's a quest that one must go on to achieve these types of things. And so I feel like I have fundamentally been in a rite of passage myself the last 18 months because I have a vision, a very specific vision. I have a vision of building the largest network of clean energy, independent entrepreneurs on planet Earth. I have a vision of accelerating the adoption of sustainable energy globally. I have a vision of impacting millions of people, of making our dent on the universe, on this planet. I have a vision for creating an iconic, game-changing company. I have a vision for transforming myself and helping to transform the world. These are not small visions, right? They're visions that, how could I be so ignorant, to think that, how is that just going to happen? You know what I mean? That's not just going to happen. There's an incredible rite of passage that one must go through. If any of that's to occur, I have to be put through an effing test of epic proportions, to prove myself, to develop the strength, the skill, to become the good steward, the warrior, the magician, the good leader, the servant, in the face of God knows what uncertainty, what challenges, what impossibilities even, for a vision so unlikely and so bold and so difficult to come to fruition. How else is it supposed to be, ladies and gentlemen? What did we think we signed up for when we decided, I want to be a successful entrepreneur. I want to go out there and I want to create what few people can create in life. And I'm not going to put creations into your mouth. It's for you to decide what you create. And I do believe that there's a scale to this rite of passage, right? The bigger, the bolder, the more ambitious and crazy that your vision is, probably the bigger the rite of passage that you're going to have to go through if that's going to come to fruition. If your vision is just, I really want to make $1,000 a month and just pay for my rent or whatever it is, you know what? there's probably still a rite of passage there that's not just going to show up. It's not like somebody's just going to come out of the sky and say, oh, here you go, because, yeah, you thought about it. Nice. That's just not going to happen. There's still a rite of passage, but it's probably nowhere near the rite of passage of, the guy that says, well, you know what, I want to build the next electric vehicle and accelerate sustainable transportation. And Elon Musk had to go through a bit of a different rite of passage, which, by the way, if you have not read Elon's book, oh my God, go get his book, A Quest for a Fantastic Future by Tanya. Go get that book. It's unbelievable. If you want to hear about the rite of passage that that man had to go through, he had to squander a $180 million fortune. His entire PayPal fortune, he sacrificed every penny. He was borrowing money from friends. He gave up everything. He sacrificed everything. He endured almost like really quite unimaginable stress and pressure, really, of a business proportion to achieve that vision. I think it's probably one of the greatest stories of our time that really shows the sort of often difficult rite of passage that an entrepreneur goes through on the hero's journey in the quest of their big, bold ambitions. And so my message for you today, reflecting on what it took for me to emerge on the other end of this financing round, and this is really a significant moment for our company. I mean, we just put an additional $1.1 million into the bank. It strengthened so much. We added 20 shareholders to the company that are all really talented. I mean, every time you go through something like this, it really up-levels an entire DNA and foundation of an organization, of a company. It opens up so many doors. So this was really significant for us. And there were so many periods in this process where I had no idea if it was going to happen or not. I mean, all those people tell you, think positive. It's all bullshit, quite honestly. I mean, there were genuine moments where my faith was always as strong as could be. I knew that we would figure out some way. I knew that the answer is there, that nothing is going to stop us, but I didn't know how. I mean, I had fully surrendered. It may not be this money-raising strategy, right? It may not be this thing. It'll be something, but it damn well may not be what I'm thinking it's going to be right now. And so I was in a deep place of surrender. I was in a deep place of having to question everything. And I was in a deep place of actually just really allowing an openness. And I remember getting to this moment where it was so uncertain. And I felt so much like just sheer anxiety around how much I've already invested. Because I'm actually... on the books, I'm $635,000 invested. Off the books, I'm $1.3 million because I've been taking, no salary. I've been funding my lifestyle. I've been funding employees from other companies, from other bank accounts, from other assets. So I'm actually $1.3 million all in on this, right? In addition to another 2 point whatever million that we've raised. So it's this incredible pressure cooker, really, at some certain times. And I reached this point where I just said to myself, you know what? This is not about anything external. It's not about what's happening on the outside. The real secret right now, the real path to success is I have to look within and I have to transform myself. I have to transform myself. I have to take my perception and my worldview and my daily beingness, just how I am on a daily basis. Am I a freaking nut? Am I a mess? Am I a wacko? Am I freaking out? Or am I at some form of peace? Is there some form of joy? Is there some form of happiness? Is there some form of surrender and ease? Despite these circumstances, there reached this point where I fundamentally had to let go of everything. And I had to shift my focus on truly transforming myself. And I had to look at every single belief that was in my way. How did I identify with money, and what did it mean about my security in the world, and would I be okay if this happened or this happened or this happened, so that I could just surrender everything and sacrifice everything. I had to face all of those fears. I had to face all of the things with relationships and work in the world, and what I thought purpose was, and vision and dharma, and all of it, just all of it. And when all of it was faced, and when all of it was sort of followed all the way through the end, what if none of it mattered? What if none of it even existed? Am I still okay with who I am today? Do I still love who I am today? Do I still know who I am today? Do I still recognize that I am an infinite being, that I am the creator, that I am not just this manifest world, this collection of thoughts and ideas and emotions and whatever, and this body that, you know, is called Jonathan, but I'm actually something so much deeper. I'm actually connected to this whole existence, all of existence, this whole universe. Could I find that real place inside myself where I was able to see the truth? I was able to penetrate through the thick cloud of uncertainty and challenge and this and that, to really see the truth of who I am and who we all are, and the nature of things. You know, it was truly not until that moment where I said, that is my number one. And I went and I wrote the question on the board, on my to-do list actually. I erased my to-do list and I put on my to-do list as my number one thing, actually the first number one thing is to make my wife feel emotionally safe at all times. That's like my big thing that I've been working on the last few months, is I want her to feel emotionally safe at all times forever, which is obvious, but you know, we're human beings. We make mistakes. So that was my first thing on my to-do list. My second thing was, can my sense of safety and security in the world not be connected to numbers on a screen or numbers in a bank account or whatever it is? And that was a huge question. Wow, what if I just felt safe and secure in the world regardless of any numbers on a screen? Whoa, how would that change how I show up in every way? And then I forget the third question. It was something about impeccability and the ability to create enlightened, powerful results despite circumstances. I don't remember. It was something, but I mapped out these three questions that sort of formed my entire frame of reference so that I could orient myself every day powerfully and just sort of go through this, you know, really challenging experience of, you know, one day there's $1 million in the air and then the next day it's gone, and then you're getting rejected, and then some new opportunity opens up and you don't know if this is going to turn into anything. It's so flighty, and it's such a dance navigating through this capital raising world. And those questions oriented me strongly, so strongly, to a place of reference that allowed me to really be powerful and show up, and I believe because of that orientation, manifest what I really wanted to manifest, like truly manifest the powerful results, because I was surrendered, because I connected into that deeper place of what's actually true beyond the external world, beyond the manifest world. And by connecting to that place, man, results happen, friends. Results happen. So, making this relevant to you, how is this relevant to you? What is it right now that you're going through or experiencing that has you, you know, captured, that has you attached, that has you ensnarled? And what do you need to create distance from yourself in the situation so that you can really see it clearly and manifest powerfully, and manifest from a place of knowing who you truly are, and knowing who the true nature of things, and not this scarcity that we so often get sucked into, of this lack, and we're trying to manifest and trying to get somewhere out of lack and out of scarcity, rather than out of this deep knowingness that everything's okay. And there's just a joy in manifesting, that it's really a joy, it's really a purpose, it's a beauty that is why you want to create your goal and move forward, not this like lack or deficiency or scarcity that so often is the motivator for so many of us all the times. And you know, even myself, I have to look at this all the time. So hopefully this video was helpful for you. I know for a fact it probably will be at some point. You will face this. You will have to make a choice whether or not you're going to come from a place of truth in how you manifest, or a place of scarcity and abundance. Let today be the day that you really reflect on that. And I promise you that if you get to this place of the truth, and of questioning yourself, and of transforming yourself, and transforming the way that you show up around what you're manifesting, that is the actual secret to manifesting. So I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Peace, peace, peace.